editing through Project A. Okay, as I do, I give all my side characters stories, but I got to this part in the book where my main character and her best friend are at a party, and they were about to go home, or no, they're not about to go home, but like they just came upstairs, and the person who drove them is trying to leave. So excited. Oh my gosh. So the person who drove them is trying to leave. The other person that she drove is like, give me your keys. And he said, you're not driving. And then she's like, I haven't drank anything, I'm fine. And she pushed past Benjamin and said, you could. And then she says, you could always find someone else to drive you home, but I'm leaving because I don't want to stay in the same house where my best friend is hooking up with my boyfriend. If that's not a story right there, what is? It's like kind of cliche, I know, but like, oh my gosh, that could totally be a story in and of itself. Like that could be like the start of a story somewhere, and we could tell Becca's story. Or maybe it could be going in the best friend story. Like, what's the best friend's motive for kissing the boyfriend? What's the purpose there? What is the story? What is the story? Oh my gosh. This is what coming up with story ideas looks like. There's been a couple other story ideas I've been thinking about recently, but like, oh my gosh. I just came up with a story idea. Okay. I'm excited. Does anyone else, like, when they're editing or like working on their books, like, I have draft 2 written already. Draft 2 is fine. I'm working on draft 3, which is my working draft, which is the draft that I'll print out and read and then make edits to more and then send that next draft to betas. But when people are like editing through their books, does anyone else just stop editing and just start reading? I don't know which chapter I started reading on, but I was like, okay, I'm kind of done with editing. I've edited through 3 chapters for tonight. And I just started reading through the book. Like, I think I started at like chapter like 27-ish, I guess. And I just read through chapter 34. Granted, most of it was to like check something that was happening timeline-wise. I'm like, does this person actually find out here? Or do they find out later? Because that comes up in the next chapter. So I was like, wait, what actually happens? I just started reading through the book, and I know how emotional this book is, and it deals with so much and so many heavy topics, as like all my books do. But like, I just love this story so much. And I love the main character's character arc, and I love her relationships evolving with everyone in the book. It is so good. I do need to add a little bit more of one of the brothers. Like, we don't really know a lot about him, other than he talks a lot. And like, that's his main thing, which is fine. But like, I need to show more of him talking in order to get that across. So, yeah, I love it. I read through like 60 pages. So, I'm gonna call it a night for working on the book. And just come back to it tomorrow. I'm loving it so much. Last night was weird. Oh, hi. Yeah, welcome to the vlog. Last night was weird. I went to bed at like 10 p.m., which is unheard of for me. And I was like, okay, if I go to bed at 10, then I'll wake up at like 6:30, because normally I go to bed at 12 and I wake up at 8:30. So I was like, I'll go to bed at 10, I'll wake up at 6:30, everything will be fine. Except for the fact that I was still tossing and turning for like the first like hour and a half I was trying to go to bed. And I woke up this morning at like 8:30 minutes before my alarm, and I was like, wow, I really needed that sleep, didn't I? Because I was exhausted yesterday. So I'm glad I got the sleep. But yeah, we're getting stuff done. Starting the week editing, so hopefully I can keep up this momentum. Hopefully I can get the rest of this book edited through in the next like week and a half, 2 weeks. Chill night of editing, and we'll see how much I can get done tomorrow. Alright, so the past like day and a half hasn't been great, so to combat that, I'm gonna bake some cookies because I don't have any, and I went to the store yesterday and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick up some chocolate chips and some peanut butter chips so that whenever I feel like I need to make cookies, I have stuff to make cookies. So we're gonna make cookies tonight. I'm not gonna vlog the entire process because that is too much and it takes way too much effort to do that all the time. So I'll just show you guys the cookies when they're done. Alrighty, so the cookies have been finished. They're in these little Tupperware containers. I just made one batch today because, you know, that's all I really needed to do. But they are chocolate cookies with peanut butter chips in them. And yeah, I feel a lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down to work on project A real quick. Hopefully I'll be able to get through 2 chapters tonight, but I'm not gonna beat myself up if I only get through 1. I'm probably gonna work until like 9, and then I will change projects just so that I can kind of get a different pace of things, unless I'm like really in the mood to like write. So I don't really know exactly which chapter I'm starting, because all my chapters have all the chapter numbers have changed around a lot in this book. I think I'm 2 chapters behind what I used to be, if that makes sense. So like where am I? Chapter 16 is now like chapter 14 because I kind of combined things. Ooh, it's this scene. Okay, a lot of stuff is gonna actually have to change in these upcoming chapters. Just because of a big plot thing that I'm changing, because I don't want one of my side characters to be like a villain. I want it to be more morally gray. Because I don't think she would do what I had her doing. Like I do, but I also don't. So yeah, I have to actually change around a lot of stuff in this part of the book. But after I finish reading through this chapter, I will be at 40,000 words. So I'm gonna go ahead, just get some work done, and I'll see you guys later tonight after I finish editing stuff. Alright, so it is like an hour and a half later. I was able to get through 2 chapters tonight. This next chapter is going to be a doozy to edit through because it has to do with a lot of changes from what I just changed, but it's all changing for the better. I don't know, what she was doing in this book before, in draft 2, I was okay with it when I was writing it, but I'm like, as I've been thinking about this, I'm like, it really doesn't seem like her character to do this morally wrong thing. And putting it into this morally gray space also allows for my main character to figure out how she wants to deal with this morally gray issue. But I was able to get through 2 chapters, which puts me at 43,000 words for the working draft. So I think not quite at halfway. I'm a little under halfway, or about at halfway. I decided last night, I was looking through all my videos that I have stored on my phone, and I scrolled back to like February of 2021, and there was a YouTube video I had filmed, but I hadn't ever edited because once I filmed it, a lot of stuff went down that night, and I just was not in the right mental space to like put up a YouTube video. And it has to deal with like my not having romance in my books. And as Valentine's Day is coming up, I'm like, you know what, I could just take this video and like not refilm it, but like film me and then put in parts of me from last year talking about the same topic, because that video ended up very rambly, as this one is ending up now. So I think I'm gonna work on filming that tomorrow if I have time and getting that ready. But right now I'm gonna work on a little bit of a couple scripts that I'm working on. So I have the script for my book trailer, which is coming out probably like mid to late March. And then I also have a script for a letter video, which should be coming out at the end of February. So those are the plans. I'm gonna work through those and just kind of make them a bit more scripty. Right now it's just a lot of text, and I need to kind of script it out so it's a little bit easier to read, because I also need my friends to help me with this. I need some people to do some voiceovers stuff. So I'm gonna work on this for a little bit, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. All right, just finished up my Saturday stream. I did a poll on Instagram whether or not people wanted sprints or write with me. People said they wanted sprints, so I did some sprints today. I'm in that editing phase where it's easier to get more done if I'm just sitting and doing instead of doing sprints. So I might do a write with me later in the week, next week, just to kind of have that dedicated time to sit and do something. And since I use my phone as my camera, I can't really use my phone if I'm doing a stream. So yeah, we got that done. I think for the rest of today, I'm probably just going to work on a little bit more of editing. I think I finally figured out how to change what I need to change. And then I'm also working on, I don't know when I last updated you guys. I didn't think I've updated you guys on this. I've been working on learning how to do like, I don't know what else to call it other than like vector art. So like the flat illustration images that like are really popular with like romance books. I've been learning how to do that. Because I've been like, you know what, I want character art for my books. but I don't know how to describe my characters to people. So it'd be very hard to describe like my characters to an artist because I personally don't know how they look like. So I've been using like reference photos of like myself essentially. As oh, this is gonna turn out really bad. It's fine. I've been using reference photos as a way to kind of, you know, not figure out what they look like, but do this art style. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've kind of seen a couple of them, and I'll pop up an image here or two of what I've been working on, just because I would love to have character art for my books, or at least like the main characters. So I've been working on stuff like this. Yeah. And it's not perfect, it's not the best, but it is a start. And granted, this one took like, I don't know, a couple hours to get it looking like that. So if I want to make them like super good, I'm gonna have to, you know, keep practicing. So that's what I'm also currently working on. I'm kind of multitasking as I'm talking to you guys. If that's why it looks like I'm distracted. I am. It's a process. You just gotta do the lines and then it'll all work out in the end. That's what I gotta keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep getting stuff done today. I don't know if I'll check in later throughout the day. Probably not, because I think this vlog is already pretty long. Or longer than my previous ones. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep working throughout the rest of the day. I'm gonna edit this video. I'm gonna film and edit some other videos. I'm gonna go eat lunch, because it's almost lunchtime. And then I'm just gonna keep on working on this art type stuff because it's kind of fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I believe I have a fun video coming out on Wednesday talking about why I kind of steer away from writing romance in my non-romance books. I originally filmed it last year and then I never got around to editing it. And so I'm like, you know what, I can bring it back because, you know, Valentine's Day is on Monday, so it's kind of a theme video, it'll work. So I think I'm gonna film other parts of that today, just kind of like re-explaining myself because I did not explain myself well last year. And just doing that. So yeah. Cool. Got a fun video coming out on Wednesday. I have my cover reveal coming out on the 2nd of March. If you guys are excited for that, cover and blurb are going to be revealed at the beginning of March. I'm so excited. Lots of stuff to look forward to. I am so excited to be on this journey and sharing it with everyone. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys all hopefully next week. Bye!